Welcome to the Nattersea podcast, where people talk about things. We trust that this wisdom will help you on life's journey.
So, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Peter, and this is
Jonny. Hello everyone.
Jonny. You've got something that you put over your computer here. You are blocking your camera. Can you explain why?
So as Peter says, I've put a piece of paper. I've taped it over my webcam on my laptop. I saw.
So just for the audience at home,
sure.
We're looking at a laptop that's got a bit of toilet paper,
wow.
Sellotaped.
It's not toilet paper.
Oh, no, but look, this is a highly expensive MacBook Pro. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to big you up
with
the listeners that you've got this level of cash.
I do.
But there's a piece of toilet paper. Well, is it toilet paper or is it a bit of envelope?
No, it's envelope, yeah.
I mean, it's not the grooviest thing I've ever seen.
No, it's just
sellotape.
It's a temporary solution, really.
But temporary. Okay, so what's the long-term solution?
I don't know. Maybe get just a folded piece of paper over it. Maybe, I don't know, something a bit more professional looking.
No, but isn't so? You're worried that people are filming you, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm worried. I just know that if someone were, then they could get. I use my laptop for quite a lot of things. There's no end to what they could discover about me.
Well, I believe that there is probably an end.
There probably is an end, but they could easily find my credit card number. They could.
Well, how though? I mean, what are you holding it up to the lens?
all the time. Yeah.
I personally don't get my credit card out and put it up in front of my
Whenever I scout
laptop.
my friend who's a Nigerian prince, he always asks to see it. Actually, so
I've got him as a friend as well.
Really?
It's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he just collects the numbers.
Now you see, this is I think the difference between you and me, Jonny, because if I thought that I was being filmed, I'd give them something to watch.
Okay.
So, in fact, because I don't suffer from this level of paranoia, in fact, it makes my day a little bit less exciting, really.
Well, you sort of, I guess you're assuming that. Well, in some ways, I think that would make your life more exciting, because if you assumed you were always being filmed, you would try and dramatise everything as much as.
Well, I do anyway, really.
Little dances.
I think that's probably how I live.
Do you monologue?
Oh, yeah.
Out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I talk to myself in the shower and everything.
Okay.
I fall asleep in the shower.
Right.
Yeah, I do. Now, I mentioned that to a student the other day.
Yeah.
We're, just for our listeners, we both work at a college.
Sure. For all those listeners who have nothing to do with the college.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, but you need to explain. This podcast could survive a nuclear attack on Britain.
That's true.
And the college might not be here.
Yeah, no,
so these things need full explanation.
We both work at a college.
Anyway, I said to a student the other day that I fall asleep in the shower, thinking that they'd all go, "Yeah, so do I."
Well, how can you? Like, can you sleep standing up?
Well, yes, apparently I can.
How long for?
Oh, well, asleep is probably a bit of an exaggeratory term. Exaggeratory? Is that a phrase?
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, I go into a state of unconsciousness whilst in the shower.
Almost meditative.
I don't know if it's meditative.
I don't know if...
I'm thinking about... I'm thinking about things and I just fall asleep.
The thing that's coming to my mind is, in films, to wake people up, they often splash them with water.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would actually put me...
and that seems to have the opposite effect on you.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I think it's going quite well so far.
Great.
And we were just thinking last time about sayings, and we should probably carry on.
Yep.
With this. Really just thinking about things that we say in the English language, which have come into common use. So here's one for you, Jonny.
Yeah.
Don't give up the day job. Okay. Now, what does that mean, really?
So you're doing something that isn't your job, and it's a way of saying you're not very good at that, so you should stick to the thing, that you get paid to do 9 to 5.
Yes, yeah, but if you're paid to do it 9 to 5,
yeah,
where are you doing this other thing that other people are watching you to tell you to not give up the day
that's
job?
true. At home of an evening, maybe, or in.
No, but if I'm doing it at home in the evening, can't I just take up an evening job?
Oh, that's
so
true.
Really, the phrase ought to be, don't give up the day job
in order
but,
to do.
but take up an evening
Yeah.
shift. I mean, that would make more sense to me.
Yeah, because if we were at work and you were to do something like you were trying to juggle or something,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say don't give up your day job, because you haven't given up.
I haven't.
You were at your day
I'm
job.
clearly juggling whilst also at my day job. Therefore, there's no need to give it up.
Maybe a better phrase would be don't pursue a career in that, because that speaks a bit more to what is actually happening.
No, I think a much better phrase is don't give up the day job because it's getting you money. Much better to do an evening shift of juggling.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, why are we thinking that it's juggling?
That was just what came to my mind.
Is there money in juggling?
Well, I don't think so. Not enough to give up. Yeah.
Do you know any professional jugglers who are driving posh cars?
I'll answer the first part of the question.
Okay.
I don't know any professional jugglers, but maybe that means there's a gap in the market. Do you know, like if there's not many?
I don't know whether there's a lot of money in juggling. I mean, if someone said, "Look, I'm prepared to come to your house, do some juggling for an hour," I wouldn't be paying £10 for that.
No, I mean there's not a lot else you can do. I mean, once you've seen someone juggle, like where do you go from there?
Well, fire, dogs, I don't know.
But surely it's the same thing, though, isn't it? It's not. If you can juggle balls, you can juggle balls on fire.
Well, no, have you ever seen anyone juggling balls on fire?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, you get that. In a circus.
Have you ever done that?
I've never done it. I can juggle with two, but.
I mean, don't give up your day job.
No.
For that. So I would think that juggling is probably less than the minimum wage.
Oh, unless you're at the absolute pinnacle of the juggling world.
Which is, but what is the pinnacle of the juggling world?
Juggle loads of things.
Yeah, but how many things?
10.
What, 10 things?
10 different things.
You think you can juggle 10 things?
I don't think I can, because I'm not at the pinnacle. But I think someone at the pinnacle could probably juggle 10 things.
At the pinnacle?
As in the best juggler in the world.
So what do you think you get paid if you're a juggler at the pinnacle?
Oh, 50 grand a year, I reckon.
No, but you don't. You've just made that up.
Well, of course, yeah, I've guessed it.
You don't know. Yeah, but you don't know that.
No, I don't.
You should have Googled that. But people are listening to this and making notes.
We need to do research.
We need to do research.
To be fair, I didn't know we'd talk about juggling.
And how many people are at the pinnacle of juggling?
It's a very small pinnacle.
Yeah, I mean, most people are on their way up the pinnacle. They haven't reached the zenith of juggling, have they?
No.
Anyway, I just don't get. Well, I don't think you should give up your day job
for juggling.
No,
I mean I haven't given up mine.
What about this? We've got a couple here, and they both involve eggs. I don't know if you're, because I'm intolerant to eggs.
Oh right, no, I like eggs.
So I don't know. I mean, no. I mean, I like eggs. I just can't have them. Yeah, we won't develop that.
Sure.
What about it? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Have you ever done that?
I've never done that, but I've never put all my eggs in more than one basket either.
Well, how many eggs have you had at any one time?
I don't usually carry more than 6.
Okay, so can I just get this clear?
Sure.
You carry eggs
from the shop to the car. Yeah, I mean, but they're in a packet, aren't they? A box,
are they?
If you will.
One of those little egg boxes.
Yeah.
Now you see, because I don't like eggs.
Yeah.
No, because I can't have eggs.
Sure.
I've not seen an egg box for like years.
I mean, they're probably exactly the same as you last saw them. Right. Not a lot of work's been done.
They haven't developed the outer case.
No one's given up their day job.
Right. So you do carry eggs?
I on occasion, yeah.
What? So you'll carry an egg in a basket, will you?
Well, in a box, in a basket, yeah, in a basket from Tesco.
So do you put all? So when you're going around Tesco, although other supermarkets are available,
but not as cheap,
such as Morrison's,
sure.
So when you're going around Morrison's or Tesco or wherever,
Lidl, yeah.
Do you put your eggs, all the eggs, in one basket?
I do.
So you do.
I think it would be really odd if someone didn't. Like if you're buying 6 eggs and they're in a box, removing 3 from the box. Or any amount from the box and putting them in another basket.
Well, then what's the point of the saying? So people should carry more than one basket if they go. So when you go into the supermarket, you're going in. You've passed the charity collector in the door.
Yeah.
There's a child being upset by the entrance because he wants a gun, a toy gun. You've picked up. If you're going to have eggs, you should pick up more than one basket, shouldn't you?
Well, that's what this is saying. But
That's what this is saying.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know how practical this is, really.
No, I mean, obviously we know what it's trying to say. Don't sort of, hedge your bets a bit. Have different things.
No, but you've simply replaced one metaphor with a hedge your bets.
I don't know how to explain this.
Now, hedge your bets is probably coming up in one of our future podcasts.
That's true. And
hedge your bets.
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever... what contact have you ever had with a hedge?
Or a bet.
In regard to bets?
I don't know what that means.
Anyway, we'll probably deal with that another time.
Yeah.
Another one that's sort of egg-related. Don't count your chickens before the eggs have hatched. So you're more familiar with eggs than me. What does that mean?
I'd probably agree with that one more than the previous one, because not all eggs hatch into chickens. Not all eggs hatch.
Don't they?
No, because we eat the ones that aren't fertilised.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't want to get too graphic.
Well,
with that as well.
I don't.
No, you don't. But
what? So you eat chiclets? Is that what you're saying?
No. The ones we buy from Morrison's or Tesco or wherever, they're the unfertilised ones that will never hatch into a chicken.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they are.
How do you know this?
That's common knowledge.
I thought you were into IT. I didn't know you watched Springwatch.
No, an egg that you buy, if you left it wouldn't hatch because it's not been fertilised. There's no male involved. The egg gets hatched anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
What? So you're telling me that if I go and buy an egg from the supermarket, it won't suddenly, like in some sort of like Jurassic Park moment, hatch out and a little creature come out?
It would never hatch. Because
it will never hatch.
Well, if there's no cockerel involved, they've not been fertilised.
I want my money back.
Do you think it's false advertising?
Well,
I've never been told that.
Okay, but have you ever counted your chickens before they've hatched? Why don't we get back to the main point? Have you ever done that?
No. No.
So have you ever gone in, seen a load of eggs, and gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
French?
Yeah, well, we're assuming we're in Paris.
Okay, le coq.
I don't know any Spanish, that's why.
That was
so if you... Oh, I know French.
He's just counted in French.
Frère Jacques, dormez-vous?
Yeah.
Sur le pont d'Avignon.
Tutti le
fruit. Oh, I'm there. How much for the minky? Have you ever gone in and counted chickens before they've hatched?
So bought that egg box and said to myself, I'm going to have 6 chickens. I've never done that.
So why are we using this phrase?
I mean, some eggs do hatch. So you could see how a farmer might think, oh, I've got 6 fertilised eggs there. That's going to be 6 chickens. But you can't guarantee they're going to hatch. I'm behind that one.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's D done. Can we? Are you happy to move on to E?
Yeah, if we have to.
All right. What about this? Elvis has left the building.
Was he ever here?
What does that mean?
I honestly don't know what that's meant to mean. Like, I've heard it. I've heard people say Elvis has left the building.
Well, I think it means it's over.
Oh, right, okay.
So let's imagine we're going to an Elvis concert.
Okay.
When Elvis leaves the building, obviously that's the end of the concert.
But you'd think there's probably a lot of time between the show finishing and him leaving.
Do you know, that's exactly what I thought.
Because he's probably hanging around for a while, isn't he?
I suspect he had a drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you want to take some time to yourself, don't you? After a gig, to chill out a little bit.
Do you think Elvis thought of them as gigs?
I think Elvis.
Are you using modern parlance and putting that back into
a show? Then maybe I don't know.
Okay, so when we say Elvis has left the building,
yeah,
I mean presumably, as you say, that's a good hour afterwards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So maybe a better expression, and maybe we can introduce this into the English language.
Yeah.
Elvis will be leaving the building.
Okay.
In about an hour and a quarter.
In about an hour, or the show is finished.
Well,
I mean,
yes.
Show's over. That's a phrase you could use. You could say show's over.
You could. What about this one? Every cloud has a silver lining. What do you think of that, Jonny?
I think it's true. Like, not every cloud has a silver lining.
Doesn't it?
No.
Well, we're sitting here in a room. Why don't we just look out the window?
Clouds.
I see some clouds.
I can't see any silver linings.
No.
I can see blue sky and white clouds, but no silver.
So, what do you think it means? Every cloud has a silver lining.
So, there's always something good coming, no matter how bad, you know.
Okay, but that infers that clouds are bad.
That's true, yeah.
Right? So that doesn't really work for me.
No, clouds aren't bad. Clouds stop, the sun's rays.
And when we say silver, do we mean the colour silver, or do we mean the metal silver?
They'd probably fall to earth if they were lined with metal. I think they're probably the colour.
I don't know if this is really working.
No, I think we should abandon that one.
What about this one? Still on the weather theme, and now one to F.
F.
Feel a bit under the weather.
I mean, always.
Well, we are, aren't we? Always.
Always.
Are you ever above the weather?
On a plane.
On a plane.
Yeah.
Right? But other than that, I could walk into reception tomorrow and say, hello, Dawn or whatever.
Yeah.
You are under the weather.
And should have no right to be annoyed.
She wouldn't be able to sue at all.
Should have no leg to stand on.
She would not have a hope of prosecuting me for that.
No, because that's true. Yeah, I don't like that one. Under the weather. So upset, run down, is that sort of the idea?
I guess it is. Now, just before we close this podcast, have we had any listener feedback yet or not?
Not yet.
No, because I listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
And people write in and say how much they're enjoying it. Have we actually had any?
We've not had any.
Oh.
But maybe, I don't know whether that's because people haven't heard or people aren't enjoying it. Or maybe people think it couldn't get any better. And so why,
Do you think people are stunned?
Stunned by...
Or with the level?
The quality.
With the level?
Maybe. I mean, maybe we should open it up. Maybe we should say if you want us to cover a phrase... write in.
Okay, now, just before we go, there's something I was reflecting on with you earlier today.
Okay.
About 6 hours ago. It's the phrase, or what?
Or what?
Have you heard that one? So, if I say, or what, at the end of a phrase...
Yeah.
It's a little bit threatening, isn't it?
Aggressive, yeah, definitely.
Are you coming, or what?
But see, I've been thinking since you said that, and I think it's down to the tone of how you say the first sentence as well. So if you would say, are you coming? That's different to, are you coming? Do you know what I mean? Like, the or what doesn't, I don't think the or what changes it.
No, but if I said to you, Johnny, are you going to help me with this podcast, or what? There still is that tinge
maybe it adds a little bit
of threat.
Yeah. It adds an edge to it, doesn't it?
Anyway, if you've got any thoughts on that, just do let us know. Are you coming to the cinema, or what? Are you going to eat that meal, or what? Are we going to watch this film, or what? I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Are we being filmed by this webcam?
Or what?
Or what?
I don't think we are.
Well, I mean, if we are, what would you say? So it's just for those listening, Johnny's now looking at the bit of toilet paper that he sellotaped over the...
Which I suppose doesn't really matter because they can't see me anyway, can they?
Oh, I see.
Because
no, but I've got mine on. I've got my laptop on.
But that's pointed at you, I think.
Well, shall I just point it gently at you?
Okay, yeah.
Is there anything you want to say?
Not really. I mean,
and who do you think's watching this anyway? Who?
You see, I've no idea. Just better
Donald Trump? Theresa May? Noel Edmonds?
Less likely the last one, but any of those three could be watching.
Well, any of those three. You believe that there is a chance...
There's a chance.
Noel Edmonds...
There is a small chance.
...is watching this.
Yeah.
How?
He can't go on TV himself.
No, never mind that. How is Noel Edmonds watching this? Just paint the scene for me.
Noel Edmonds has been kidnapped by a contestant on Deal or No Deal.
Which isn't even on anymore.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
All right, well, the Korean version,
right,
which have paid him a small fortune to be on it.
Fine.
They've kidnapped him to try and blackmail him into, fixing it so they get the money. And he's in this den with all these criminals, and there's hackers there as well. And they've got like a wall of screens, like on a film. And different.
Noel Edmonds is in a room in Korea with a load of hackers. What, and you want me to think this is likely?
Against his will.
And that's why you have put toilet paper on your posh MacBook.
I'm saying that's less likely than Theresa May or Donald Trump. But I think there's certainly a chance. There's always a chance.
What about Keith Chegwin?
No chance.
All right. Anyway, thanks very much for listening, and do listen again. I've been Peter.
I've been Johnny.
And we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.